Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, on this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? Hope you're doing great as always. Today, basically, we'll have a very different type of video, but this is one I talked about a few videos before, and it's about Linux and code blocks. Okay, so I know it's a little late in the series, but I still want to just clarify this for those who are still here and are wondering how to work with these with this series basically on code blocks and Linux. Now there is a video in the beginning of the playlist where I explain stuff in my series, how to change and everything, what to change and why stuff might not work. You can watch that video. Actually, it's in the description box, which I was just about to talk about. If you open it up, just expand it, you'll see a bunch of useful links, including that video. Please check that out, just so you know how to use or how to work with my videos on Linux and code blocks, because I don't always make type code that is compatible with those two platforms basically. So yeah, check that out. Also, you can join us on Discord on the channel. The link is also in the description box, where you can ask me or other people for help. Also follow Twitter if you want, subscribe, drop a like if you want. Otherwise, let's just get started. So I have a few files open here. Let's just open the folder you'll be getting from when you get the project basically from GitHub, or if you look at it in GitHub, and there'll be a text file here which will explain a few things. So sometimes these things might not work, and then you have to do a few steps basically. You have to complete a few steps for it to work. Now, some libraries you might want to include for code blocks when it's not going to work. So you want to do this. It's going to say int max and stuff is not really defined, and then you might want to include this. So depending on the error, you include these things. Also, null pointer on code blocks, the regular kind of setting. You can also go into code blocks and change the settings. Let me just show you that. While it opens, we'll keep talking. So you can change the settings, but otherwise, if it complains, use null instead. Also, toString might not work sometimes. Use string stream on code blocks. If you're using Visual Studio, you don't have to worry about all these things. Also, for Linux, I made a make file in this project, which you can find in the folder here, right here, the make file. You can create your project or create your program compile it basically using make main, and you can clean it up using make clean. And every time we add a class, you'll add it to the make file by the class name .o in the list, which I'll show you soon. So these are kind of some basic small rules that you can follow. Also, here's code blocks. So let's just see what we're doing. So if we go into settings, compiler, before you start creating and working with projects, you'll see some kind of thing here called compiler flags. Okay, now I'm not 100% sure it's here because I'm not really good at code blocks. For those of you who are, you might know all these things already, but I pretty much turned on follow the C++ 11 ISO right here, and this one as well. So the G++ and the GCC compilers are basically using these what do you call it? These standards basically. Okay, and there are different ones, and you can click those in for linking and libstd and all that stuff. You can pretty much check out. There's probably some tutorial online showing you how to do this, but you can do that. I didn't really always get it to work, so that's why I said don't use null pointer and all these different things, right? So these things work even if you don't change the settings. So you want to change all these things up if it's not working for you. Let's just check out the make file. So this is basically for Linux, and it's I just explained these things in the other video specifically about this, but I'll tell you here as well. This is specific to this project. So I have my program, we'll just call it main. We'll use the G++ compiler. We'll have wall and O2. So wall just shows all warnings. It always shows warnings when you're compiling, so that's good to have. O2 is something you really want because it optimizes, uses the compiler optimization to basically just make your code a lot faster. And so it's a really good thing to use, especially for loops and stuff like that, if you don't know how to optimize stuff that well yourself. So just do that. And here are all the object files. Like I said, all the class names and the .o afterwards. Okay, so I have a bunch of these. Now I included another class now called character inventory state.o. So I'll just call it .o. and basically that will be used for the compilation to compile everything, right? So to add that, let me just add that in here somewhere. Let me copy this. You just copy one of these and you need to add it here. So character inventory state.o will be built by the h file and the cpp file, and we use the cc. Remember these variables here for the make file, we just use them here. This is how you use the variables. So we use the g++. This is basically the g++ here, and the cpp flags is just the flags we set, and c just to make it into an object file, and the cpp file, boom, and you're good. Cleaning is basically just cleans up the whole project. The building is basically this. So use g++, the program name, using the objects, and that's it. This is your main file that you can run from Linux basically. Now I think I can git bash here, and it will open me in this state right here. So I'll just do ls here, and we'll get all these files. Now I can say make main. Let's see. Let's see. Where do we have it? Make file. Let's just see. I think this is the CMD. Yeah, that's why it's not working. You need to be in Linux for this to work. So I'll just use Cygwin. All right, that's my kind of Linux thing here. And then cd. You just go to your folder wherever you want to be. So this is the H file. Cd. I think it's YouTube project. ls. Let's see. Do projects. Let's see if I can do bash prompt here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that worked. Bash prompt here worked. So I am in YouTube projects and I'm in the folder. Sorry, it took some time. Let's do ls. Okay, then we'll do make main, and it will basically run the whole make file for me. And it says system was not declared in the scope. Okay, so these are the few problems I've been running into. So if system doesn't work, for example, just use this readme. So if system doesn't work for random system, just include cstdlib wherever this complaint comes up. If it says time is not defined, include time.h. If it says int max is not defined, use limits.h. And these are probably, or specifically for this project, these are the problems I found when compiling for Linux. So just go ahead and change these wherever you find them, and it should be fine. I'll keep using these just because I really do recommend working in Visual Studio, even though a lot of you might not like it. It's free and it's pretty good. It supports all these features pretty well. But still, if you're working on Linux, that's not an option. Just go ahead and look at all of these things, and hopefully that will work for you if you didn't know already. So pretty much that's it. There isn't much more to talk about. Just if you want to learn how to make a makefile and you don't know that already, and you're kind of compiling all of these by hand, this might be a good thing to start from. Like basically just looking at this and trying to make your own. It's not that hard, really. It's really not. So just do that. And also read this readme like I said, and you should be fine. Now there are a few things in the code where there we go, where you wanna include it. So if it kind of complains in one file, go ahead and include it. Complains in another file, include it there as well. Just keep going. And as you can see, I use null pointer and stuff everywhere. That might also be a problem, so you want to change that. For example, in, let's see, inventory.h, inventory.cpp, just to show you an example of where you might get a problem. Like here, it might complain, like, what is null pointer? What the hell is that? It's not, it doesn't exist. So you just write null here. Shouldn't be a problem. Should be the same thing. Might be several parts of the code you have to do that. So hopefully this helps. I really want to support everyone who's kind of working on Linux and stuff. Is really awesome. Also code blocks or some other IDE where these things aren't supported. I want to help you guys out. So if you're running into problems, please just write to me. I'll try to make a specific video for that. showing you how to fix stuff like this one. Hopefully this helped. I didn't fix all the issues, but I basically told you where to find all the issues, how to fix your code. If you're still running into problems, please contact me. Like I said, join the Discord. Really easy to find me there. Other people, Twitter, you can message me there, email me, whatever you want to do. Just go ahead and do that. I might not answer directly because I have a bunch of things to do, but I really appreciate all of you. Really appreciate the support. So yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Drop a like, subscribe if you like the content. I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. All right. Bye bye.